Welcome everyone. We're so excited for this, our first event, and we're very happy that you all can be here with us. As you may have seen on, the small text presentation, CirroCumulus is more addressed, so a new group inside Cumulus Association, so that, students can have a bigger role on this and engage, easier and to share all this experience, because Cumulus has is an amazing platform internationally. So it's really great that, we can adjust that to students as well. Thank you all for being here and enjoy. Vanessa, my colleague, will now talk to you.
Hello, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on where you are. Well, first of all, we would like to express our gratitude to everyone who made this moment here possible. In particular, not forgetting everyone else, but in particular Inke and Crevet for challenging us to do something different and unexpected. And so we have heard you, and what we have to propose to you all and to you and to us is something quite challenging, we think. Well, in order to elevate the spirits and bring about a more positive feeling to this global conversation, we challenge us and all of you to play a little game. So it is called Say the Word. And what we mean by that, it's actually the opposite. So we challenge you all not to say the words that are most common these days, which are pandemic, COVID-19, lockdown, confinement, virus, and social distancing. I will say these words again, hopefully for the last time today. So pandemic, COVID-19, confinement, virus, and social distancing. So we'll try this way to basically avoid everything related to this pandemic. And it's like an attempt to rewire our brains and our thoughts with more nurturing words. So let's see where this will take us. And thank you all for being here.
Okay, so another co-host with us is Darren. She will introduce all the speakers to you.
Thank you, Carlota and Vanessa. And I would like to also say welcome to everyone, and we are very excited to launch this CirroCumulus working group under the Cumulus Association. And our first speaker is Professor Philipp Heidkamp, and he will be talking about Cumulus groups and about his initiative. Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much. I'm super excited to be here, and I'm very happy that you took this initiative. And my brain already starts working with this wonderful exercise that you brought up to really think upside down and to really change the perspective. And I think this is also something that I'm very happy that you might bring into sort of the conversations right now. And I'm super happy that this is a student-centered initiative. And I've been asked to talk a little bit about two things. First, the Cumulus working groups, and maybe also the platforms that we're having, because we are very sort of curious and keen to support you in doing that. So please let me share in a very traditional way your screen, my screen. So, whoops. So first of all, I want to briefly talk about Cumulus Connects. Cumulus Connects is a platform that we were setting up from Cumulus because we thought in times of the pandemic, sorry to say the word, and in times of the lack of social encounter, we need an opportunity to connect our members. So it's a platform that's online since June last year. It's facilitating online events, communication, collaboration, sharing, and connecting. And it is used by some of the Cumulus working groups. And I think this is something that I want to share with you today, mostly about global conversations. And I think what we're having here today is something I see as a global conversation, very clear. We have expertise talks where we want to share people to share their expertise. It's not called expert talks, it's really expertise, because it can come from very sort of different fields and levels. And I hope you can have a look at that. And we have emerging topics where we just want to figure out what is interesting, what is on the mind of our community. But students are underrepresented, and a student group would be really great. So what we are having there, this is very confusing, the screen, is student voices, and especially thanks to Anne and Jong, who are both here today, and also Inken, of course. We were collecting some student voices, asking or answering the question, what are the students' experiences during the pandemic from last year on, but also what are students' visions beyond the current crisis. And I think that's a super important topic. And we have some 10, 12, 14 videos. I hope you can have an opportunity to look at them at a later moment. But we think there can be way more on this platform, way more visibility for students, way more things that might be interesting and relevant for students. So as we've been talking about Cumulus working groups, I very briefly want to tell you what those working groups are. And they normally meet twice a year, and they meet during the conferences, the physical conferences that we had up to now in the last 30 years. It's about 15 to 50 participants, very, very different. They mostly meet for a 2-hour session during a conference. They are chaired or coordinated by 2 or 3 members for a large group. Sometimes a board is helpful, like in X-Files. Inken can talk about that. There are very different ways to run a working group. I think we leave it pretty much up to the people, how intense they work, what they do, what their ambitions are. And currently we are trying to reframe the working groups according to the members' needs, because we are all aware that the next conference that will take place in Rome will not allow everybody who wants to join as well. And the last thing, there's also a grant available to support the dissemination. It can be a publication, it can be an interactive application. So this is what Cumulus working groups are. We have quite a few, just to show you. Arts and design teacher education, for example, leadership and strategy, research vectors in design education, contemporary art, new eating habits. And I put some sort of different colors. So the ones that have an orange circle around it, those are the ones that are currently active and are using Cumulus Connects to convene online sessions and online discussions. The light blue ones are the ones that are not so alive, to put it very carefully, so we have to see. And a new one that is on the horizon, it's about medical, and a new one that is on the horizon, it might be CirroCumulus or a students' initiative. What we're having are sort of opportunities for groups. So why to build such a group, and which opportunities are emerging in such a group? First of all, in a group, you can invite speakers, you can source knowledge and expertise globally. You can provide opportunities, or we have providing opportunities for members to connect, because they're always open and people can join. We try, as a board, we try to encourage for diversity. This means regional diversity, social diversity, cultural and economical diversity, that not the same people are meeting, so that you really meet different perspectives, different perceptions. It's a support for dissemination, to encourage also new ways to share and relate, because there might be ways beyond publications and beyond interactive applications. So we're very curious to see interesting things. And it's a wonderful opportunity also to learn about global activities outside of Cumulus. So where are the experts, where's the expertise, and where are the networks? So just to show you actually some of the aspects. And the question right now might be, so how Cumulus could enable for you, for the students, something. Of course, the board and the secretariat could help you to connect to other regions, to connect to schools, to spread the word. Cumulus Connects could be a platform for you that you might use as well. So that's something we would be very excited about. And Inken and myself, we are part of the editorial team, as well as Anna. that curates the content there, and that should really encourage and facilitate the people. And to share activities, to share experiences, tools, practices actually. I think that's something that might be super interesting from the students' perspective. Maybe presence and participation at conferences in which ways ever. But the most important thing is to hear your ideas about what you think, what Cumulus could be for you, this incredible network that has more than 1 million students. So one project that I was running last year with my students here at KIST, it was called Design by Students, because I wanted to encourage them to host and convene a session. This was not part of Cumulus Connects, it was even before, where the students were inviting other students, and it was a session that was completely run by students. I can share the Miro link. I will share this presentation with you in the chat in a minute, so then you can have a look at all if you want to. And it was a conversation really about how students feel in this situation, what ideas are they having, and this was a super interesting 2-hour session with a Miro board. So let me just end you with opening the door to Cumulus. So I'm happy that you're here right now. We want to open the door either in a dark or in a bright space. So, and I'm very curious to listen to the other speakers and to be part of our conversations in this afternoon. So thank you very much for listening.
Thank you very much for your beautiful presentation. And I would like to also remind that, as Vanessa wrote on chat, all comments and questions are very welcome. Please do not hesitate to ask. If there is any, I can. Or we can just move to the other presentation. Okay. So our second speaker is Anne Pikkov, and actually who is the Vice Rector of Academic Affairs at the Estonian Academy of Arts. Also, it's my university. She will address from the perspective of the board about students' part in the Cumulus Association. Yeah, please.
Yes, hello to everyone. And hello to Derin. Derin is our very active internal student. So yeah, hello. Why I'm wearing this this weird hat? It's just I wanted to prove that I have been student as you. I have been a design student. Of course, it was a long time ago, but still, I know what it is to be a student. What the problems and what the joy in this. But now I can leave my hat because now I'm in other position of responsibility. Yes, we have honor to be in Cumulus board, and Cumulus board members have decided that if we want to be sustainable and of course attractive organization, we need to become more student-centric. So far, we have relied on very successful initiatives such as Cumulus Student Ambassador Program and competitions as Cumulus Green competition. But we need to identify activities that will help to create an expanded presence of our students in our conferences, but in other activities as well. Our strategy is to bring forward our students' perspectives more into our family. We say this Cumulus family is like our family, our another family. So we need to be sure that our students feel strongly that they are also the part of this family. But I think that the students are the most valuable treasure in this organization. And why I think so? I want to just share some numbers. We have 340 members from 61 countries. But what it takes over 1 million of students. It's a huge number. And maybe how to picturize this number. I am from the tiny country, Estonia. and it's 1 million living here. So the Cumulus as big as a country, and you can chance to lead it, to give your advice, your expertise, how to do it in a best way. We have brought many tasks to our tables, our table on board. This year, of course, it was very virtual table. We are working around the table, and many important topics. And now we are looking at you, at your opinions, guidance maybe, to make all our ideas and your ideas to work perfectly. So, as I mentioned, we already have a very great competition, the Cumulus Green, running every 2 years. We certainly will relaunch the Cumulus Ambassador Program. We wanted to renew and to name and call out the new benefits for the ambassadors. We will try to create a ways of communication to make our students' voice, I mean your voice, to be heard. And we try to find new grants opportunities and financial support to expand all this access. And I think more than ever, we need certain survey. We will survey students and explore how to design all these things for students and by students, I guess. Do we need to create student-based spaces, as Philipp said, maybe a platform or something absolutely new for learning, for exchange, for showcasing your works, and for publishing, of course, and networking in our conferences, and not only on conferences, in all our programs. I think it's extremely important for design education to be open and accessible for very wide range of students, especially in the times like we have now, from Europe to Asia, from global North to global South, because I want to end my little speech with the idea that students rocks and define our future. And we, as a Cumulus board, we are here to help you to do that. So thank you for your time, to being here, to be a part of our initiatives. And we are really looking forward with co-working with you. So thank you.
Thank you very much for your encouraging speech. I think the challenge is going well, like nobody mentioned those words. Okay, so maybe we can move to our next speaker, Americo Mateus, and he will approach this initiative and the experience of working with the students to propose and make the working group happen.
Thank you very much. I hope all of you are listening to me. So I have a challenge of presenting you briefly the initiative of CirroCumulus, but also it's my point to give a kind of, let's say, an inspiration about what is exactly could be the role of a group of students inside a big network like Cumulus. And especially because I think the CirroCumulus, or the students group that is being created, has let's say a functional role within the Cumulus, within design education, within networking, functional networking for students that opens opportunities, opens possibilities of getting to know people from all over the world and start having connections and professional future connection with other students of the other parts of the world, but especially in the moment we live right now, and I'm being careful with the words because I don't want to be punished. The moments we live right now, if we see it on the angle that we were challenged to be positive about it, we have to say that is times of great opportunity. I know it sounds harsh to say this when we see the images on TV that we see, but at the same time, something is changing and we love changing. We are creative persons. We are the future designers of the world, you students. And so we are very positive people and we are minded to change. And this is the time to change. So the point of view that I want to express in this group is that we are in a changing point of design education in the sense that, for instance, technology, it's here to stay. It's not only, we're not only using technology because of the times. Technology is here. And the group that has been creating, CirroCumulus, for now, it's a group that has the most channel available, it's technology channel. But this group needs to play a great role for the design community. That is, we are now lacking, and we are in a transformation point, but we are lacking the human side of the relations of design education and design community. I have here just as a small a small introduction what I mean with the human side of this design community. I just pick up right now in these last minutes some pictures from my Facebook. What has been my events in design education and in design networking? This is teacher students in Austria. This is groups of students in Poland. This is in Netherlands, sorry. This is a research community in Greece. This is in Brazil. Yeah, this is in Australia. And right now, this is what we have, okay? What we are missing from here to here, it's a great deal of the human side of the relations, the human relations that we create when networking in design and design education. But these new channels, these new technologies, they are also an opportunity to still have this focus on human relation, human emotions. And I think the CirroCumulus needs to play that role also. So it cannot only be a group of students acting to get together the most part of the million students of Cumulus network in order that they can have discussions, conferences, debates, but also to reinforce and change the channels of how networking is done based on human relations. So the challenge for this group is huge. We are asking them to start something start small, start with a few people from a few universities, get big in terms of grabbing and touching the most people we can from the 4 corners of the world or the 5 corners of the world. But at the same time, we are asking you, can you please bring some light to us in this moment? Can you bring some shining of the things we've lost? But at the same time, to see young people in these months that we start this, that we ignite these challenges to, can you guys start something from scratch? And to see how you deal with it and what you already bring to us, it gives us the certainty that we will reach this goal of having a group that is playing a functional, operational role for the network, but also this human part that we need, and we cannot let it down, because it's part of everybody's education and everybody's work, that at the same time we did something very functional, very straight, but we had lots of emotional and memorable moments in our lives. So we will have them again. So there's no negative point here. But at the point that is going to change from only physical presence to the digital presence, this type of group has this role in their hands, and it's very important for the future of the design education and the design networking and communities. So I'm sorry for moments of silence, but it's who I am. At the same time, to say that we are all very proud of the students that are starting this, and we trust a lot that not only them, because they're just the starters, but step by step, one by one, to bring new members, to share the word, and to make this group a very important group for the future of the design community as we wish. So I hope I could make myself understandable on these small words. I'm available to talk to you guys and to clarify or to get more points to it. But we are in your hands in some point. We put ourselves in your hands. So thank you very much for your work.
Thank you very much. It was really motivating speech and beautiful photos. Thank you very much. And I just want to read what Imken wrote on the chat, because I think it's really nice. I want to read it out loud. And she says, "Cirrus clouds predict fair to pleasant weather. What a great symbol for future." And I think, yes, that might be true. Also, our name is CirroCumulus. And now the last speaker, our last speaker is Vanessa Mona, and she will be sharing her experience about the pros and cons of being a student ambassador and how her university is dealing with these current times.
Thanks a lot. First of all, I'm sorry. I think, I hope you are not listening also to my sister's voice. That's the situation at the moment. That's why I'm wearing these. So I will share my screen. And okay, can you see it?
Yes, we can see it.
Okay, perfect. Oh no, let me share a bit. Okay, so hello to everyone. I'm Vanessa Monna, and I am currently a PhD candidate at the design department of Politecnico di Milano on the topic, and my research is on the topic of civic design. I am also a teaching assistant in the master's degree of product service system design, still at the Politecnico. And this is me in 2015. At the time, I was a student of product design for innovation at the Politecnico di Milano. And at that time, I had the opportunity to be also one of the first Cumulus students ambassadors. Okay, so again, you have already seen this. This is me 5 years ago, and this is us in front of the Taj Mahal with Luca and Matteo. And so today I'm going to present you our experience as Cumulus student ambassadors. And first of all, who are the Cumulus student ambassadors? They are students from institutions hosting a Cumulus annual conference that are invited by the association to participate to the next Cumulus conference in order to contribute to it with their voices. So how did we become Cumulus student ambassadors? We first were volunteering in the Cumulus Milan, who took place in June 2015. We went through a call, and our institution has selected us among all the volunteers who participated to the call. And then we were invited to participate to Cumulus Mumbai, which took place in December 2015. So what did we do in Mumbai? First of all, we designed a logo for the Cumulus Student Ambassadors Program. We decided to have an elephant, not only because we were in India, but we thought that the elephant would be a symbol of longevity and memory. So we wanted to create a legacy, but we also wanted to give freedom to the next ambassadors. So we decided that the logo would be dynamic, but would be also referring to the elephant. And here you can see the other logos that were designed by other ambassadors in the years in the next conferences. And also we opened a Facebook page, which I invite you to follow. Now you can see, of course, the last student ambassadors work in Bogota. And also, finally, we decided to have some video blogs. If you look into the Facebook page, you will find them. Of course, they are quite down. You have to scroll a little bit. And I wanted to show just one of these videos because we tried to talk about the conference through the eyes of the volunteers of the conference. Sorry, can you hear the sound?
Yes, we can.
Okay, perfect. So this is just one of the videos you can find on Facebook. When I was preparing this presentation, I actually went through all the videos, and a big smile goes on my face because this is an experience I will treasure for the rest of my life. It was amazing. And also, especially because I met so many people from all around the world, and not only Indian people, because during some of the Cumulus conferences, there could be some other students joining in special programs and events. And so I'm still in contact with also some of them through LinkedIn, through Instagram, through WhatsApp. I also get to know better my fellow ambassadors, because we knew each other only during the conference in Milan. We didn't really know each other well, so it was really amazing. Also, we got to visit not only Mumbai, but also some other cities in India, such as Jaipur and Agra, where the Taj Mahal is. And final, but not less important, we can put this experience in our curriculum as a valuable education experience. I normally have this voice separated from my master degree experience, because I want to give it value, and it's actually really valued by other people, by at least by my institution. I had to think about the minus. At the beginning, nothing came into my mind, but thinking about it a little bit, I had to say there's a lot of work to do, because when you have to edit some videos, you need some materials to be recorded. So there's lots of work to do, but you would already participated in a Cumulus conference, so you know the drill. And also we were jet lagging like crazy. If you look at the videos, especially the first day, you see our faces a little bloated. We were quite tired, but well, we were young. It was okay. So here are the things that I wanted to tell you about 2015. And when years have passed, I graduated. I started my research career at Politecnico, and 2020 arrived. 2020 brought us all on our balconies, sharing moments of empathy with people we have never known or met, with our neighbors, and so on. 2020 also brought together our daily intimacy with our work routine, creating new challenges, skills, and opportunities. And that happened to me as well. Here is a doodle that has been shared with my PhD colleagues. Indeed, with them, we decided to keep going with on-distance meetings to confront ourselves on our PhD journey. We are going to do one this weekend, for example, in order to not feel isolated, but to keep sharing something together. Also, we have done some other kind of meetings with the people of the first year. I am a second year PhD student, with the people of the first year, because they are international, they don't know each other, we don't know them. So we are organizing this kind of events. Also, we went to visit an online museum together. Also, on the side of tutoring, last semester we have done some on-distance classes, and we try to explore new ways to share knowledge and outputs. And for example, here we built a collective ideal building. And this semester, actually, we started with a short period of time with mixed class. I'm tutoring a studio, a design studio, with 70 international students who are not in Italy, and 30 are in Milan. So we had this mixed class, but then we had to switch again to on-distance classes. And we tried to still explore new ways to share materials, do classes. And for example, here we have done an internal exhibition of the class concepts. And in this case, students were able to have a peer-to-peer comments on each other's work, to vote for their favorite concept, and so on. Also, earlier we were talking about humanizing the human side of design and design education, and we were missing that as well. But unfortunately, we had to be on distance, so we decided to organize an event with only the tutors and the students, which we called Fun Time with the Tutors. We invited them to be prepared with a drink. And this was done in order to help students know each other better and to de-stress. Indeed, the last activity of the event was to fill in this meme board regarding the studio. It worked, actually. And finally, this is a no shame promotion, but we are going to have an entirely virtual final exhibition. It will be done on Instagram next week, starting from the 2nd of February. So follow us on Instagram at uncertaintimes_. And also I invite you to book your trip, because the storytelling regarding this is about trips for the future on uncertaintimes.polimi.it. And that's it. Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much, Vanessa, for the presentation. And it would be great if you can also share the links maybe in the chat. And also thank you for announcing those, good opportunities. And now I would like to pass my word on Carlotta, our other co-host.
Yes, thank you, Darren. Thank you again so much to everyone. And I think we can all say that this is really an emerging platform, and we are so happy to do this. This is like you all said, it's a huge opportunity to bring the whole world together after all. And yeah, so thank you really all the speakers. It was really great. And we had a question here, but I think Professor Gabriel already answered. But it's regarding the how this group came to be and how it started. So basically, so here in Portugal, in ISMAT, it's a university in Portimão, here in the south of Portugal. So we took this challenge to create this group, and together with other students from Estonia, Austria, and China, we started a steering committee to start CirroCumulus. And I can just, you can see, we also have a Facebook group, so you can join there. And yeah, I will just say, so the official definition of this group, we established that CirroCumulus is the student working group of Cumulus Association. So the name refers to a beautiful formation of small clouds that usually originate cirrostratus clouds. That is the idea behind this group, to give birth to many clusters of interest groups that bring together students from all parts of the world under the umbrella and support of the Cumulus Association. This is a call for action for each students from associate schools and universities. All are welcome to join and collaborate with this group, which is run by volunteer students on a rotating basis. So this is obviously the first official year, and yeah, we're super excited and to see how further on this group can go and how this really can, grow. Really, it's truly amazing. And yeah, I don't know if anyone has any questions or. Yeah.
Hello. Well, Inken has a question, but before we answer that, maybe you would just, on a practical basis, just share with you some of the what we have been doing since we started, which is not a long time, to say the truth, and what we are thinking for 2021. So we have been having regularly some online meetings to establish some guidelines for the group, what we will be doing, and trying to navigate this great sea. And as for activities for 2021, together with our partners from this steering committee, we are thinking about having a major event, a big event in 2021, and we would love to host and have a global student summit here in Portugal, and to have you all come here. We still don't know the specifications and how this would work, but we would love to have this create this global student summit. So everyone who wants to join us in preparing this activity and thinking about how this could be is great, is excellent. We would also try to we also want another activity, which is to have a visual ID for the group. So we're launching very soon a competition open to all students to have this this ID, this logo for us. And so there's this conference in Rome in June 2021, in which we will love to participate, and it's still very open. So we would love to have here in this moment now opinions about what these things could be. What are the themes? What can we discuss? How can we be more active? And what is actually our expertise as students? In what ways can we contribute? So this is an invitation for all of you who want to join these meetings, to join this group. You can contact us by our Facebook group and email as well. So we are now still gathering everyone to this open discussion. And now Inken had a question for us. So in your dreams, what would happen next within Cumulus for you? Would anyone would like to answer this?
Well, I can speak for myself, and I think for others as well, that when I say that, you know, seeing all these pictures and videos of all these students together and sharing these amazing experiences all around the world, I think nowadays, I mean, we don't know when that's going to be possible again physically, but to have that opportunity to engage and share experiences with people anywhere, and really to grow and for this to be accessible. And I don't have much more to say, because I think all these experiences, you know, will change with time. And yeah, I just can say that I'm really excited, and I think everyone will benefit from this, because sharing experiences and sharing knowledge, that's how we grow, and that's how we can build a future together. And yeah, I don't know if anyone else wants to say something.
Maybe can I take the word to say something more about my question, really? First of all, I really like the symbol of clouds and the space of the sky, because it's so multi-dimensional, and we already see in this meeting that there's a dimension of emotion, there's a dimension of construction, of ideas, of intelligence, of everything. Everything is here, yeah. So that is a really good thing to have and to come back always. And also the sky is something that is like an envelope for the earth, really. So I think, in my opinion, it would be really nice to change a bit roles and maybe name things differently. And I wrote down earlier that for me, students are also learners. So maybe inside of Cumulus, you could play this learner role and be actually at the same level as everybody else is there. Because for us, and I go to these conferences since many, many years, but I always learn something. I always come back with some, you know, something that I can bring into my professional life, into my personal life as well. So this is something very important, and I really wish that you could be part of this network, just on the same level as any other learner. And I think that is also the purpose of this meeting, is to, and what Philipp said before, to open the door. It means to democratize the relation between students and the Cumulus Association and this. So there's definitely something to do. And I understand your dream about meeting with people in real life and talking and you know, touching and drinking beer. We all have the same dream, absolutely. And that's also something where we will meet and where we will celebrate this. Meanwhile, we will not be waiting for that, you know. And so I think for you specifically, since this is the beginning, and to start a student group in these times, where everything is online, needs probably that you need to keep on being very active online and to come up with some ideas and maybe use different tools so that there's some kind of activity really, so that you get started. Yeah. And I mean, you definitely have our support. You have, you see how many people from the Cumulus board you have in this meeting here, and that's because it's our passion really, and we're very yeah. We love this initiative, and it's so much more helpful when it comes from you instead of us creating that. That would have had a complete different face then. Yeah. So yes, I just want to say that we mutually need the support in this story, and I hope, I mean, I know that you will support us. I will definitely come back to you whenever I need your support or for anything. And the same for you. You should always come back to us and ask for our support. That's how we can construct really. Thank you.
Well, Inken, may I just say something? Thank you so much for your words. It's always so inspiring for us. I was thinking about also what Anne said earlier about surveying the students. And I guess that right now at this moment, we're just at the beginning, and actually we don't know what students think, all students. So we would very much like to understand and to find out how we can bring more students to this conversation, and how we can engage in this talk with all of them to finally realize what is everyone's dream, not just mine, Carlotta's, and all that are here today, but everyone. So we can, through those dreams, through those ideas, really find out how we can be more useful and how we can create this group more efficiently, but in a way that everyone finds themselves in that group. We can like see our reflection in the mirror, so that everyone should look, yes, this is me, I belong here. So we would very much like to create this space where everyone feels like they belong and where their voice can be heard. So we would very much like to have your collaboration and to finding out how we can do that. So surveying and talking to these students to find that out. That would be very, very important. I was hoping for more questions in the chat. I'm not sure if people are afraid to say the forbidden words, but I don't think so. I think it was very successful. So we managed all this time not to speak about what we don't want to speak. So that's very good. I don't know if the students, especially the students present here, that were not able to join us before in these meetings, if they would like to address us now and say what they would like this group to be, they would like to say something. We invite them all to join us and to join these meetings we're having regularly on Zoom. So everyone is welcome. And I would welcome you now to say something if you want.
I have something to say. It's not really a question, it's just a contribution. First of all, my name is Mariana. I'm from Portugal, but I'm studying and living in the Netherlands already for a while. I'm part of a student activist group. So my first comment is, well, we've been active since 2016, although I only joined 2 years ago. And we love to work open source, although we find it very hard to be updated with our portfolio online, our website. But I would love to meet and give you some tips of some of the projects that we did. Maybe that gives you some inspiration to start. But I also wanted to touch on a point that I think Philipp raised. I saw that those dark blue and light blue bubbles, and the dark blue are the more active and the light blue least active. And so my studies is fashion design. And well, fashion is one of the most challenging industries in terms of sustainability. And that's what our activist group actually focuses on. And we've been doing a lot of work on this. I know that my school just joined the Cumulus network. I found it on the latest newsletter we got. So we would actually love to get in touch to show what has already happened in fashion studies within the Cumulus network. So these steps that our activist group at Amphia started taking. So I'll leave my email in the chat box if anyone wants to contact me, and I've already taken the CirroCumulus email, then I can get in touch with you.
I think Philipp wanted to say something. Philipp, just take the word. Thank you, Mariana. I'm sure the Cirro group will be in touch with you as soon as possible. Wonderful having you here.
Welcome, thank you.
Maybe I'm too polite raising my hand like that. Yeah,
you're too German. Mariana. Just go ahead.
Yeah. No, but it's a students' party, so I'm waiting and I'm polite. And first giving the voice to the students. No, just to respond to that, Mariana, I think that's an excellent point. And there are many reasons why those groups are not as active right now. But one thing I want to mention to you, regardless what the group's name is, I mean, currently, at least 4 groups are running online sessions. Yeah, so please feel free to join those sessions. Even, I mean, I'm leading the group on leadership and strategy. And last time a colleague from India brought in Indian students. And this was amazing because they were showing a project. And I think we need this types of sort of connecting the silos and the minds as well. So, and I think here, I mean, online, it was mentioned in the chat as well, gives us the unique opportunity, because maybe you personally will not have the opportunity to join the working group in Rome. Then you could, yeah. But as long as we are online, I mean, this is amazing. And I think, yes, of course, I mean, it's very challenging in fashion and sustainability, but so many interesting things are going on. And I'm sure you know way more than I am knowing. So I just encourage you to take this opportunity right now. And none of the sessions, some sessions just have 4 people attending. Just go there and talk. I think this is really an invitation. And so another comment that I want to make to Americo, I like also very much what you said, to take small steps, because I think it's a big burden to tell us where the light is. Yeah, I mean, we're all looking for the light. Yeah, and we have to go this way together. And so this is why I want to bring a little quote here in the chat that I like very much and that I came across quite often. And I think you are a small sort of cloud. And so this quote is like, in an unstable, complex system, small islands of coherence have the potential to change the whole system. So don't think just of changing the whole system, just work sort of in small groups actually, and then the connections sort of might emerge. Because otherwise it might take too long. And I'm very happy to see how those activities are emerging. And thank you also for the hint of the open source platforms. I think that's another very important topic that we also try to address from the board side. Should we work with Facebook? Should we work with other platforms? Should we work, and so on and so on. Yeah, cool. I think a lot of food for thought, but I will leave the platform to the students again.
I just wanted to add another thing on that. I would love to join one meeting, but I think this raises another issue or challenge, which is I'm already part of like a weekly 2-hour meeting of my group, which is and so what and I'm sure. So where is the bridge between these groups, and how can we make sure that we're that we stay in touch and that we can collaborate?
This was a question to the students, right? Not to me.
Yeah, I think Vanessa or Carlotta or Darian can maybe answer. I guess it's best that you guys just, you stay in touch and talk to each other. Oh, Gabriel has something to say, I see. Go ahead, Gabriel.
Yes, I have two things to say. One is Yang Xiao invited everyone to write on the comments from which institution and country they are, because we are all curious. We have seen a wonderful audience of 45 people here, which is quite unusual for a starting group. So it will be very nice to know where you're from. And the other thing is a challenge for everyone to help us spread the word, to invite students from your institutions to join initially the Facebook group, which is active now. And we have in several instances have posted the myself, Americo, and Carlota have posted the link to the Facebook group here. So we hope to enhance the presence on the Facebook, which is currently 100 and a few people, to at least 1,000 pretty soon. So please help us to spread the word.
I think my colleague, or my other student, and I can contribute to that, because we were asked by our teacher Muriel Milicevic to join. We are students both in industrial design for at the University for Applied Science in Potsdam, Germany, and yeah, I think one of our takeaways from this whole is just like we are just taking it in. We are representatives of our student group. We are in like in a group of 10 other students, and yeah, I would really like to just like take everything in that you contribute here, and we saved all the presentations and will share our experience. And I'm pretty sure especially students who are closer to finalizing their studies and are more into international relations or are looking for a more working experience are really interested in this community. And so, yeah, I think that's really interesting. We are just like, we both chatted through and to this whole presentation. We were a little confused in the beginning, but I think we have some good takeaways from this all.
I'm gonna go out and say it's wonderful. I think the Carlota and Darren and Vanessa are all busy reading the comments, but it's wonderful also from Potsdam to have somebody with us. It's really nice, and I think we're all like overwhelmed of how many people are interested. This is amazing. But we all, as Philipp always says, we all knew, and Inken has the same, we all knew that Cumulus has this force, this wonderful power to connect people and to make people, you know, work together. And that's something that I know Secretary General A also lives for. She breathes, you know, cooperation and togetherness. I don't know if Darren or Vanessa or Carlota wants to say something, but I just wanted to say that. Milka, it's really nice having you here.
Yeah, also I got really excited seeing all of this comments and contact information. Just if we might have skipped some of them, and please just join the Facebook group. Especially, we will just accept the request. Yeah, I just wanted to note down here.
I think it's very important as well that everybody who's in here starts to spread the word about what is happening. That is super powerful. So that at some point we can maybe reach the 1 million number. But please go ahead and spread the word about the existence of this working group and about the opportunity that it presents for everybody. I mean, it's wonderful. I really, it's so cool to see where you're all from. We are connecting right now with the entire world, and you have one well, beyond being the learner, you have also this thing in common, which is to learn design or art, to be in this, to have this creative mind. And it's so extremely powerful. Please just take this as an opportunity to connect and make more out of it, possibly.
Thank you,
Also,
Winken.
just
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Just a small contribution, picking on Philipp words and image of the Iceland. Please, the studying group and all the students that are connecting in those regular meetings, we are setting the first island with this conference. But you should, I know that you all are students and have things to do, but you need to keep the pace and think about where is the next small island, which is, we are building the pathway. So there's not, we cannot only be waiting for people to contact and get in, and I know you are not doing that, I just reinforcing. Think about the next small half an hour, 1 hour island that we are building to make it grow step by step. Okay, and you are, all the steering committee have fantastic ideas. So let's see which is the next one, so that we can start making these connections happening. Okay, just a small advice, because I know you're doing.
Thank you so much. Well, does anyone else? Yeah, sure.
Yeah, of course. I always something to say. I'm sorry. Cut me if you want. But you know, I just sent you the link to our X-Files working group on Facebook, and I scrolled through, and I saw that reminded me that we had this Cumulus Connect meeting about the immediate future of student exchanges, and I'm looking about this on the speaker list that we had at that meeting, and there's not one single student on it. And I said, what a mistake. I mean, you know, we had this meeting about student exchange and didn't really ask for the student perspective, you know. So for me, I take this along, and will work within my working group how actually we can come up with something to invite you definitely more.
Thank you, Winken, so much. Also, we wouldn't like Facebook to be the only meeting point for this group, and we are aware that maybe a lot of students don't have access to this platform. So we would also like to ask you to contact us through our email, which is CirroCumulus2021 gmail.com. And also, if you want, we are also contacting via WhatsApp. If you have WhatsApp, it's also very fast to exchange information. So if you would like, there's my phone number there, and I'll include you in the group where we can talk directly there and exchange information, opinions, etc.
I don't know, I was thinking about people who don't know anything about these, how they could coming to know about these. So of course, spread the word, but maybe, I don't know, my suggestion, it could be interesting or good to have a small window on the Cumulus Connect website, because in this way, like, people can come to know about this, and there could be a sort of landing page with basic information, like the link to the Facebook group, an email as a reference. I don't know. It's just I was thinking now, and it's one idea. Because I didn't, you know, it's good that you are using word of mouth, but in order to be open and inclusive, there should be something that is outside of this. In my opinion, that's my personal opinion. So I don't know, that's the first suggestion that comes into my mind.
Yeah, Vanessa, I totally agree, and where I think we're going to try to make it more visible, obviously. Always when we have an event that's posted on Cumulus Connect, so we know it prior to the event, it will pop up on the first page when it's a global conversation at least. But we will try to make it definitely more visible. Thank you, Vanessa Monna. That's very good, very good. Very good acknowledgement. I don't know. I'm not finding words. I'm so excited.
Idea.
Sorry.
I
Hi, excuse me, sorry.
Hi, okay. Tom, you want to start?
Yes, please. I'm sorry to interrupt you. I just Vanessa's actually had a good point, and I was thinking because a little bit of backstory. My name is Tom, and I'm a second-year master degree student in Xiaoyong's studio here in Beijing. And I was just thinking about a platform, and when you mentioned Facebook and WhatsApp and all this stuff, that's good and all, but being here in China, all that stuff's blocked. So I was thinking, even as like a first project that we all can do together, is design a platform that's purely dedicated to the Cumulus and the goals and any sustainable designs, etc., that they want to pursue. The reason I like Cumulus so much is because I'm a product designer, and my bachelor degree I did product design, and doing product design, I realized that it's actually how do I best phrase this without being polite? We are almost responsible for a lot of the pollution and waste we generate. So it's also a responsibility to try solve this. And this is the reason I wanted to be a part of Cumulus. But I do also believe that there is an issue with connection. When you're dealing with lots of different regions, different countries, you're dealing with time zones, you're dealing with different languages, you're dealing with all these problems that are going to come up. But this also gives us a kind of opportunity. Because of COVID, no one can go anywhere. We can't have the human connection like Matteo so nicely put. And as designers, that's actually really important, because how I generate a lot of my design ideas is that I bounce ideas off people. I'm in the right environment, I'm surrounded by design, and this is how I generate ideas. But if you're for example, I'm in a white room right now and often in my head, so it's very hard to actually get out of your own head. So I really do think that this is a great step in the right direction, but it's just right now I think we need to develop a platform that is usable in every part of the world, being extremely accessible, so this can focus on service design, a user interface, and this and I'm not sure about the backgrounds of everybody here, but we can actually collaborate from everyone from different regions, so they can have their part in whatever platform we develop, if that is the direction you would like to go in. Sorry, I just wanted to say that.
So is there an interface designer on the call?
Maybe soon.
Can I add something?
So Tom, would you be available to discuss this further with us?
Absolutely. I'd have to jumpstart my Facebook because I deleted it about 5 years ago.
It doesn't have to be Facebook, but please leave, if you can, please leave if you haven't yet, please leave your...
I'll leave my email down there, don't worry.
Thanks, great, that's great, thank you, great input.
Yeah.
I think Saurabh had something to say.
Thank you so much. Hi everyone. So actually, I just wanted to add to what Tom had said, because recently I've also started to develop my master's project here in France, and I actually recently came across this really great platform called Make Sense, which allows entrepreneurs to share their skills and propose their services in a way, like a network of entrepreneurs in France, where people can actually share their their skills for different projects. So you can put up, we're trying to work on this, but we need like a help of a developer or help of a service designer, and that way people kind of collaborate on that platform. So I was thinking we can actually set up something similar for Cumulus, where different design elements, people from different design backgrounds can actually really collaborate for working on different projects, and also showcase their skills or portfolios, as well as really create this kind of a co-working space where people can propose services. And if you ever have like a issue or need of some specific design need, you can actually like collaborate on that. And I just wanted to add that as well.
Thank you. I'm sorry. I'm a bit overwhelmed with everything, but can you, I'm sorry, I didn't catch the name of the previous person. Would you please also leave your contact here on the chat so we can contact you afterwards, please? And also we have Warren.
Yes, it's me, Loren Cordova. Well, I just want to add something like little, very little, is that this thing of sharing is also very important to share experience and also like share methods, because well, with this pandemic, I think that at least in my university we have like we have to have like to find new ways to keep working with people that is outside of our university. So I think that there is a lot of people that have find new ways to keep working with people outside the I don't know, the design community, working with with other communities, vulnerable communities and this stuff. So it's very important maybe that share also these methods, how people manage to work with communities or this stuff. Would be nice. It's just that.
Thank you very much for your contribution as well. Does anyone else want to say anything? No? Okay. So
thank you very much. Thank you very much from my side for sort of making it happen. It was a great pleasure, and of course, Cumulus Connects is an opportunity, and I think my suggestion is just like to breathe in and breathe out. And I think it is a super good opportunity once you want to again share with a larger audience right now. And for example, just yesterday I was in a session with DRS, and they worked with each members. Just 50 were on the call, or 60, on how to design the next conference. And it was just like a 1.5 hour session. We were working on 8 Miro boards, but it was super interesting, sort of what emerged. And I think there are so many opportunities. And as said, we would be very supportive and keen to hear from you. So thank you for kicking it off today. It was so good to join. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you
Also,
very
thanks
much,
for inviting
guys,
me.
for the work. Thank you. It was a great session. It's good to be recorded. It's another memory. So it's a point of start for the islands that we are building. Thank you very much.
Thanks for inviting me. It was a pleasure. As I told you, it's super. I'm always available to talk about the Cumulus ambassadors and program. And I hope that this new experience will be long and it will be emotional, and will help you grow up as designers. So I wish you best luck for everything, and yeah, we will see the light. We just need to be a little patient. Patience is a really good quality, a skill we are learning. All of us are learning. So yeah, for a bright future.
Thank you so much, Vanessa. Yes, that's true. We all have to be patient but also work hard. And I think that's what we're doing here and doing further on. So thank you so much to everyone who's here today. I think we really managed to get so many people here. It's really amazing. And yeah, I think we can officially say the first event is done. So thank you really to everyone. Thank you again to the speakers, and yeah, hopefully see you soon, everyone.
Thank you, and congratulations to see you.
Congrats. Bye-bye. See you soon.
Bye. Thank you.